Are public places like the local market, for example, places that we think our dog might find enriching? Well, in this video, I will be talking about an important concept called environmental enrichment and why for some situations, what we think might be enriching for our dogs can in fact be having the opposite effect on them. Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa with VCABS, and this channel is all about bringing you the best strategies, techniques and concepts to help you understand your dog in everyday situations. Now, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, and at any point in the video, please check out the show notes and links in the YouTube description below. Environmental enrichment is all about adding something to the environment or manipulating the environment in a way that is helping to fulfill our dog's physical and mental needs. And this ultimately enhances their experience of the environment. So, should we be taking our puppy or our dog to public places like the local market, for example? Or should we be looking a little bit deeper before we decide to go? Well, to answer that question in the best way possible, to go or not to go, let's consider a few very important factors before you reach for the leash and head off. Oh, you've decided to come back. Here I am at a local market on this lovely autumn Sunday morning, and it's already getting quite warm, crowded, and as you can hear, very, very noisy. Okay, the view looks pretty good from this angle, and it is a lovely day, but let's take a different view. Let's look at the view from our dog's perspective. Well, the view is very different down here, and there's pretty much a sea of ankles and legs. We're a lot closer to the ground. It's feeling a lot warmer down here, and I have to say, a little claustrophobic. Now, further up, we can see the cafes and the restaurants, but we also get a really good picture of how the view looks for our dogs when we're sitting down at a table enjoying a chat and a cup of tea. But again, not so inviting and relaxing from our dog's perspective. Sitting on a hard pavement, not having anything to occupy themselves with, and having to wait until it's time to walk back through that crowd again to where we started. So although it is a nice idea to want to take our dog for a day out to visit the local market, the reality is that most often for them, the experience is an unpleasant and frightening one. So how can we help our dogs to have as stress-free an experience as possible and make that well-intended day out at the local market enriching for them? Here are my top 3 strategies that will help you help your dog to have an enjoyable experience and make that experience as stress-free as possible. Number 1 is the most important piece of information that I can share with you, which is to know your canine body language clues of stress, anxiety and fear. That way you can observe your dog while you're walking around these public places like the local market, and you can look at your dog, understand what your dog's trying to say to you, put it in context for that situation, and then be able to intervene for your dog by moving them away to a quieter place when they need some space away from the noise and the crowd. Number 2, make sure that there are some quiet areas away from the main hustle and bustle that you can visit and take a detour and let your dog have a good sniff along the way, get a mental workout and enjoy some olfactory fun of their own. Ditch the cafes and instead bring a mat and a favourite chew toy or long-lasting chew for your dog, and just find a nice shady area and simply share some quality time. Number 3. In any public place, there will always be the possibility of something unpredictable happening that could involve other people, children, as well as other dogs. So being observant in case you need to move your dog away quickly to a safe area is the best way to reduce the risk of anything untoward occurring. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description below. I've also included our video links on how to find the right enrichment for your dog. So if you do prefer to leave your dog at home instead of taking them with you to the local market, you can leave them with a nice range of different enrichment items that will keep them busy and quietly occupied so you can enjoy your Sunday morning at the local market. And that leads us on to today's video question of the day. What are your thoughts on taking your dog to public places like the local market, for example? I'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts on this very important topic, so please share them in the section below. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you found it helpful. Please let me know if you did and consider liking, sharing and subscribing. So, once again, I'm Dr. Lisa with VCABS, and from Marco and me, thanks for watching, and remember, stay positive.